yeah, I've been watching this YouTube channel, Not Just Bikes.
Yeah.
It has made me miserable. It's made me want to become a member of city council, and it makes
Okay.
me hate every American politician and also the auto industry and the oil industry. And it's really just, it's made me a jaded man and forced me to think about how the economy is fake and
Yeah.
like it's totally not decided by what we want because we just choose whoever decides to like pay the most to have it be the standard.
Yeah.
Because it's shown like people don't like driving in traffic. Are you kidding me? No one likes that. But yeah, we all got to do it because a long
Just
time
put up
ago,
with it.
some rich D-bags were like, yeah, driving is the way of the future permanently. There's no other option.
We're gonna make it so no infrastructure can exist that can replace it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I guess like one of the ones I watched that might have been what got me on that economic discussion was about how the current American suburb system is losing money constantly.
It's
And
also
it's at
just lonely.
it is, yeah, that's another thing. Like if you aren't able to drive, you cannot be independent no matter
Yeah.
what. Like it's just not an option.
Relatable.
Yeah. Uh, but the current suburbs, like the taxes that people pay on their house,
Mhm.
d- isn't enough to pay for the roads. In there, like, so that's why we just keep growing out because we have to keep growing out new ones to make up for all the lost money on the old ones so we can replace their streets.
That sounds healthy. I'm
Hmm.
no economics major, but I feel like that's a good way of handling things.
Yeah, like
Just you're
some
losing money,
cities,
so
so you just keep getting more to cover the losses.
yeah.
Uh, yeah, so it's basically a big Ponzi scheme, is all it is. Um, and there was a study done by, because, some people, some local governments have been like, we got to figure this out. This is a problem that we're constantly on the brink of bankruptcy.
Yeah.
And they came to the conclusion that in order to pay for a new road, people who lived in the neighborhood would have to be taxed an extra $10,000 that year.
Everyone?
Everyone, all of the taxpayers in that neighborhood would have to pay 10,000 extra
What?
dollars in tax to
How
cover the cost.
expensive are roads?
Roads are so expensive.
Oh, I've also been reading something about roads being like one of the top contributors, or not top, but like a very strong contributor to climate change. And
Yeah,
like,
because I mean, so this channel, Not Just Bikes, is a meme about the Netherlands. That's like the thing about the title. It's like,
yeah,
haha, there's more to Netherlands. It's not just bikes.
hmm,
And they got new pavement just dropped. Like they use different road pavement than we do
yeah.
in a
Hey
lot of
yo, new
places.
pavement lore.
Yeah, it's called porous pavement,
They're inventing
and
polder and porous pavement. They're
yes,
going crazy with MPs. They pushing P
yeah,
out here.
they are pushing P. They're pushing porous pavement, and it absorbs sound, so drivers aren't so loud. But it's more expensive, so it'll never make it to the U.S. because we can't even afford our current roads. Do you think we can spend
Yeah.
more on them?
No, absolutely no shot.
Yeah, and it also showed that drivers in the Netherlands were happier than any other country in the world because there were so many alternatives to driving that only people who like wanted to do it or like it was clearly the best option, those are the only people doing it.
Yeah. Like,
Sorry to get it. This is probably a super boring topic for anyone who doesn't care about American infrastructure, but um
I mean, I think even
yeah,
if you
meanwhile
don't care about American infrastructure, there's still a place to be like, this is the state that the world exists in some places, and just like revel in your superiority for a brief minute, you
yeah.
know?
And yeah, so Elon Musk is a great example of he's just like the new Henry Ford. Like he is not original at all. Henry Ford was like, I solved transportation. Elon Musk is doing the same thing. Like,
Thank you for the shield, Gerb. Bonk. Okay, I didn't hit anybody with that.
I
Bestie,
I
this
thought it
is
meant to
not
kill him
boring, says your wife. Your wife says this is the most interesting shit you've ever talked about.
there. Thank you, Callie. I appreciate it.
Can we
Uh,
talk real quick though, like in terms of not being able to get around without transportation.
Mm-hmm.
I live in a suburb right now. I live in a small little village that neighbors a larger city. I don't get to go anywhere.
Yeah.
I can bike a decent distance. I can do whatever I want. I am not escaping the place that I'm in. There's no public transportation that gets out. Like, it's almost incredible how difficult it is for me to, like, escape.
Yeah. It's, look, it should be criminal how bad our infrastructure is for people who are not driving.
Yeah.
And it wasn't always this way. That's the thing. People
Yeah, you
just
could do
assume
horses, too. You could do horses.
Yeah.
Hasn't
No,
always
just-
been this bad.
Like,
Copium.
so there used to be things called streetcar suburbs before cars were, like, super popularized. And
Yeah.
streetcars are basically just trains that had tracks on the road.
Yeah.
And that sounds insane nowadays because it's like, how would you ever do that? But that's because they were driven to extinction because, again, how would you ever do that
I think
the
that they
current
had
system?
some of those in Seattle, actually.
Yeah, so streetcars are a thing still some places.
Yeah.
But, like, streetcar suburbs are very rare and they're very expensive. Once again, proving that people don't like the current system.
Yeah.
It's so hard to move into any of these places that have infrastructure because so many people want to live there. They're called trolleys. They're called streetcars.
Wrong.
But yeah, that's the thing. Normal people can't live anywhere that has good public transportation or walkability because it's so expensive because everyone wants to live there.
Yeah.
So it's like, what do you do? I mean, just look at New York. New York is one of the most walkable places in the country, and no one can afford to live there.
Yep. That's true.
And I mean, it has, you know, the subway system, which people complain about, but it's like, hey, at least you got something.
At least you can go somewhere. Yeah, my ass is stuck out here playing League of Legends all the time instead of doing nice double heal. It's like, yeah, unless I get a friend to drive me, I'm just like here, and I feel bad about that too. It's like my public transportation is me saying like, hey, anybody want to go hang out?
Yeah.
You need to pick me up though. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's really a shame, and I recommend everyone go watch Not Just Bikes, and then run for city council.
What does the process of running for city council even look like?
I have no idea.
Because I actually looked at that today. I was like, Aaron's been talking an
Yeah.
awful lot about running for city council, and I've seen, like, in our Discord, people were joking, like, oh, who would you vote for? And I was like, how does that even occur? So I looked at that. I still don't know.
Yeah, I looked it up as well, and I was like, they're just showing me people. I don't like how do I become one of these
Yeah.
things?
I want to be this person. I don't want to know who to vote for. Choppa guy's chopping him up out there. Nice. Penta. I died one time immediately, and then it proceeded never to die again. Bonk. I did nothing there. I need to perish. Have you watched Kurtzkigart?
I've watched some of his videos, but not much.
I really like that.
Yo, I'm
guy.
picking up a Meep Asbar.
Nice. You said it. Yoink. That's mine now.
Do I get to keep it?
That'd be so funny. Just like permanently, you own this now.
Yeah, it's my Meep. This build does feel very good, by the way. I know this has been a very banter-heavy episode.
Banter or even just convo. You know,
Yeah.
like what's the definition of banter?
That's true. This is maybe not fun enough to be considered banter so far.
Yeah. It's just like us being like, shit, I'm a mobile. I
Yeah.
don't know how to move. Neither does
And it's-
America.
Yeah, but I'm just glad, like, there were people out there, because I don't like driving, okay? That's a
Yeah.
thing. People may or may not know about me. I just don't like it. I do it because I have to. But I've always been like, why?
Yeah.
Why is this? There's no way this is it.
This can't be the end game. It's also like one of the most dangerous things you can do in a day, you know?
Yeah.
And like,
I
some
mean,
people
I-
are drinking 2 liters of soda. That should be considered more dangerous, right?
Yeah. And I do live in a extremely dangerous place to drive now. Like, that's definitely motivated part of it.
Is it more dangerous than other places?
Oh yeah, South Carolina's up there. We have the most dangerous stretch of road in the country. Um, I-85
Yeah.
from Atlanta, Georgia to Charlotte, North Carolina is the most dangerous stretch of road, and guess what is between Atlanta and Charlotte? It's all South Carolina, baby.
Why is it dangerous? Like, do you
Because
just have
it's
like
so
insane
busy,
curves and
everyone
mountains,
is
or
it no, it's just the people and it's super busy and everyone's impatient and pissed off.
people are like, yeah, I'm not waiting, and then they try to drive it. I never understood that either. Like, I'm a new driver. I'm a novice driver. I'm just learning.
Hmm.
I'm trying not to go over the speed limit just so on the driver's test I can do that well, but I don't
Yeah.
like really care. But every once in a while, people are just like, I'm just gonna pass this guy. I'm
Oh
like,
yeah. I mean, I driving to work am going anywhere between 10 to 15 over the whole way.
but this is on like roads that you really shouldn't be passing people, and also that are very short. You know, like,
Yeah, yeah, people are just impatient. Once again, if only there was another solution to this transportation so
yeah,
that I could just permanently be out of your way because I agree, right? It's
yeah.
like, man, if only I had some other way to get around.
But I don't. Yeah.
Yeah, Callie said South Carolina drivers are literally not the smartest people. Uh, and
Legitimately. And
and
Callie says she's not a gamer. I've never heard a non-gamer talk like that. Checkmate.
yeah, in she is correct. It is like it's constantly witnessing new ways people are risking my life.
He's just the
And
most defensive gamer you've ever seen. Oh, got his ass.
I went to North Carolina, and OMG, I've never seen such shit drivers, and it's worse in South Carolina. Like, I know, like, people are always like, oh, drivers where I am are so bad. No, like, South Carolina, I think, was like it was at least top 10 for worst drivers based on insurance data. And, like, it's terrible. It's so bad.
Insurance data is also one of those things you're like, yeah, they ain't lying because that's what makes them money. Like,
Yeah, they're like, I don't want you to be a bad driver.
yeah.
It costs me money. So insurance here is more expensive as well than Wisconsin for cars.
Wouldn't know, can't drive plus ratio.
Yeah.
Gerbley's just in their shit.
Oh,
Bitch.
gotcha.
I flashed that kid.
Oh, she got me.
Okay. Oh. I'm hitting his ass. Nope, just kidding. They beating his ass into QRTs. I'm about to take out this bard. Oh, nice try, Zan, using that. Yeah, honestly, so far in Wisconsin, I haven't had too many complaints about the drivers.
Yeah,
It's like,
Wisconsin really like not bad
they're
at all.
mostly reasonable.
As long as they're sober.
Yeah. The drunk driving capital of the world. There was like
Yeah.
a brief time on some like niche communities that I like somewhat followed where there was a meme about just driving drunk all the time, and I was
Yeah.
like, this isn't even a meme, this is just like the life I live in Wisconsin. Like,
I kept seeing memes that were like, don't judge people for like their actions unless you've walked a mile in their shoes, and then it was always drunk driving.
yeah. It was also just like I had a lot of ones that were, oh my goodness, just pictures of like, they would just be like pictures of like a dude just like, man, what a way to relax, and it was just like them on their
Yeah, I'm
phone in a
driving.
car
Yeah.
with a beer, and it's just like,
Yeah.
Mango, hey Mango,
Hello.
how's it going? Welcome to chat. Very nice. Hit him with the chop. He couldn't chop hard enough.
I could not chop.
One chop, two chop, red chop, blue chop. Have you ever thought about writing a kid's book and like how fucking easy that would be?
I have, yeah. When I was in my like, please anyone pay me to do something phase,
Yeah.
one of the things that people recommend is writing kids books.
Okay, I was just
And
sort of like bullshitting. Like I was
no,
like,
like
so people
people were
actually
like,
do that. They're like a get rich quick, like write a kid's book, be the
yeah,
next Dr. Seuss.
so basically with every like, hey, I want money
Yeah.
thing, the answer is always just pump out a lot of garbage and hope some of it takes off. That like that's all of them, right? And so it's like just make books, and like it doesn't matter if 99% of them are bad. If you get one good one, you're good to go.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, so that was the thing with kids books. You just make a bunch of bad ones, and then if you somehow manage to become established, that's just your job now is writing kids books. And it's like they're kids; they aren't good critics. What are they gonna say?
Yeah, it's just like some person gonna be like, yeah, I didn't like this kid's book. It used only 30 different words.
Mm-hmm.
It's like no.
Planning
No,
a party for my
absolutely not.
kid. Good luck. Kids are a uh, cruel audience. Hard to please.
They are. You didn't get the blue one.
Mm.
I wanted the blue balloons.
Unless they're Kotaro and then they're ultimate homies who just like understand.
I get it.
I anyone here who's looking for a show at the moment, I strongly recommend Kotaro Lives Alone.
It's really good. I'm gonna like probably speed run the rest of it after we're done with this here. Nice hit, idiot. Bonk.
Yeah, it's an extremely good show. Actually, my kids do critic. If my kids find a book lame, she yeets it and says yucky.
Based.
Okay, I wanted to bring up something that happened at work.
Yeah.
So there are regional names for things. There's nothing wrong with that.
Mm-hmm.
MS down here called ramen oodles and noodles.
Hey, yo, anybody want to go out for some oodles and noodles later? Imagine
Yeah.
taking yourself seriously and calling it oodles and
That's
noodles.
what I was saying. I'm like, you people are adults. And they're like,
Like
oh,
a
what do you
4-year-old
like?
comes up and says that, you're like, okay. Not a grown-ass man. Like a grown... Hey, yo, you want to go get some oodles and noodles later? You're just like, what
Yeah.
the fuck? Nice. Clean up on aisle them. Also,
Yeah.
we're doing a little bit of trolling. Okay, I don't know how much longer we
70
can...
health.
I did no damage to that guy. Okay, game's over. GG. All right, Mango, thanks for stopping by. Go read some yucky books so your kid yeets it.
Yeah, and watch Kotaro Lives Alone.